Next question is, hey guys, I'm curious about ranking in Google My Business with a verified address that you end up hiding because it's not a real address. Do we need to have the address showing, or can we do it without the address? Well, first of all, yeah, you don't need the address unless it's a storefront business, which means customers come to your location. And obviously, if it's not a real address, then it's not a storefront business. It's most likely a service area business. And as per Google's terms of use, Google My Business terms of use, if the business goes to serve the customer at the customer's location, that's considered a service area business. And you're supposed to remove the address so that it does not show publicly on the listing, just so you're aware of that. And that's as per their terms and conditions. So if you have a service area business, which is really the only type of business you should have if you're using a spammed GMB, in other words, a fake address, then yes, you should absolutely remove the physical location from being published. Okay. As far as building citations, I've said this a bunch, but I can't assume that you were here for any of the times that I've said that. And for everyone else's benefit, I'll repeat it. If you are using a spammed GMB, which means a GMB that was verified to an address that doesn't really exist, and there's a lot of that out there, do not build traditional citations, guys. You don't need to, right? If you have a real address for a business, whether it's a service area business or a storefront business, as long as it is tied, the GMB is tied to a real address that you have access to, or your client or whatever, then you build as many citations as you can. That is still very, very helpful for ranking in maps. However, if you have a fake address GMB that was verified to an address that doesn't really exist, do not build citations for two reasons. Number one, a lot of the times the addresses that were verified to is an actual address. It's just not actually where that business is located, if that makes sense. And so what happens is whenever you start building citations, guys, there's no way you can get around this. The address with which you use in the citation, the business directory, you will start to get junk mail, business related junk mail, right? Vistaprint, for example, when, all these different types of companies will start sending you, business loan offers and all kinds of stuff like that. They'll start receiving junk mail in the business's name at that address. And so if it's an address that was just selected from Google Street View or something, then all of a sudden that address is going to start receiving mail with your business's name on it or your GMB's name on it. And so a lot of times you got to worry about people reporting that and just saying, hey, I'm getting mail to some business that says that they're listed here and it's not. And so you could end up getting your account suspended for spam that way. And again, it's not necessary. We've proven over and over and over again that you don't need citations. If you have an address that's valid, that's real, that you can access and collect mail from, or your client or whatever, then absolutely build citations. I'm not saying don't build them, because they are still effective. But what I'm saying is if you're using a spammed address, then it's not, I recommend you not using them, because you can still get results without citations. If that makes sense. All right.